Science has a unique tool used for discovering the facts about the way our universe works. That tool of discovery is called the scientific method. Hi, I'm Joyce AI. Let's talk about the scientific method. Curiosity is one of the basic pillars of human existence. It makes life more interesting and adds some meaning to it. Curiosity compels us to find out how the world around us works. In ancient times, that has often led to false assumptions and misconceptions about how it all works. People invented gods and mythologies to explain the workings of everything, from the changing of seasons to the movement of ocean waves. That is because our observation of the world around us is masked by our senses and beliefs, which tend to distort things quite a bit. This is why the scientific method was invented, to discover the truth and remove the built-in human bias. We begin our journey to the truth with the following question: how does this work? That, in essence, is the whole purpose of science. It is there to answer this particular question. Science attempts to bypass our senses and biases by using skepticism, repeatedly repeating experiments to verify their outcome, and using control groups to ensure cause and effect are present. The heart of the scientific method is doubt. It repeatedly examines the evidence until it finds out beyond reasonable doubt if things are true or false. Even then, if evidence disproves something thought to be accurate, science changes its mind and marks it as wrong. The scientific method starts with observation. You want to know how something works, you observe it. You come up with a theory of how it works. Your theory is not the truth, you are merely saying, "I think it works that way." The next stage is experimenting to see if things actually work the way you think they do. In fact, trying to disprove it is as important as trying to prove it. You always have to keep in mind that things might work completely differently from the way you think they do. That is why one experiment is not enough. You have to repeat the experiment until you are sure things work the way you think they do, and even that is not enough. Your data might be biased. That is why you have to let other people check you up, repeat the experiment on their own terms, and see if it works the same way for them. After different people repeat an experiment enough times to come up with the conclusion that something works in a certain way, someone might come and say, "I don't think it truly works that way. I think it works differently. Here is how I think it works." In short, someone might come up with a completely different theory of how something works, and then you have to experiment to see if their theory is correct. Science has to be open-minded. It has to be open to changing its mind. If a shred of new evidence comes up that contradicts the previous one, science has to check it out. And if it proves to be accurate, it has to accept the new evidence until a new one comes along. Using the scientific method to discover how our world works means our understanding of the world around us is forever changing and evolving. One hypothesis after another is discarded for a better one. This constant change of perspective means we might never truly understand the world around us, but we will never stop trying. This is because we are curious creatures, and curiosity is at the base of our existence. Are you a curious creature? Write about it in the comments below. I'll be back next time with some more reflective thoughts. Close the door on your way out, and don't forget, I'm just a figment of your imagination.